So we're down here in hot Atlanta.
Are we in
Atlanta area.
Atlanta area.
All right, and Kim, I got something for you.
You do?
I'm gonna take you someplace that you always said that you wanted to go.
Just take me with you.
No, we're about to go someplace.
Take me. Where are we gonna go?
Someplace special. Someplace fun, where everything is legal.
I already see.
We're going to Mexico.
We're going to Mexico?
We're going to Mexico.
Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what's up, my people, and welcome. This is the SM95 Power Channel, and yes, I am in a Grandsport C7 Corvette. My friend and sponsor, Greg at Gears Auto Works, was kind enough to allow us to use his newly acquired Grandsport Corvette for a test review. So, I don't know what the big fuss is about GM products if you're a Ford guy. My dad had a 67 Camaro. My sister had a 93, 94 Camaro. And my cousin used to come pick me up in the Trans Am, like the last generation Trans Am. And at the time, I thought that thing was like the fastest car that I'd ever been in. And it just tells you how speed is relative. All right, Corvette C7. I don't know if this is a LS, LT. I don't know. I'm not really a big Corvette guy like that. But I'm going to compare this to the Dodge Viper that I did a review on, and our Turbo Mustang that we have on the channel. A couple of things I do notice. I just want to say, first of all, like the field of vision is not good in this car. I remember that being a complaint when this generation first came out, and it's true. Like the rear window deck, or whatever you want to call it, is almost useless. I mean, you can't see a little bit out of it. Your blind spots, you have this pillar on the side where there's like a little baby Fisher-Price My First window. You really can't see anything out of that. So you really have to rely on your side mirrors and turning your head. Now, I'm gonna kind of compare these things in a couple of categories. First category is attention. Now, compared to the Dodge Viper, this car does not get as much attention as the Viper. But we have our subject matter expert in the car with us, Kimberly Simmons.
Hi, everybody.
So, Kimberly, this car has tinted windows and you can't see in it.
No.
So, if you saw this car pull up, what would your first impression be? Or what would the first thing that would come to your mind as, if it was a guy, how do you think the guy would be coming out of this Viper, out of this Corvette?
I think it would definitely be like 50 plus, for sure.
All right, so you say 50 plus.
50 plus, yeah.
All right, so if a guy was in, say, Project Kendrick, convertible Mustang, New Edge with tinted windows, what age would you think that person would be getting out of that Mustang? Oh, not an age, but you know, what classification, age bracket wise?
Well, the Viper is definitely attention grabbing. I feel like
silver
Your
era,
silver
I guess.
sneaker.
Silver sneaker.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you know, if I saw a young guy getting out of a Corvette, I would think that it's probably his uncle's or his dad's.
All right. So that's some data for you guys. Like if you're hopping out of a Corvette, then women are going to think you're like geriatric. But if you hop out of a Mustang, women are going to think you're youthful and strong, like young bull.
Not that geriatric can be youthful and, you know, strong.
All right, acceleration. Acceleration wise, not the same power like the Viper or the Turbo Mustang, but this car is by far the best handling car that I've ever owned or been in and owned. It's for stuff like this, you know, cruising these back streets or back roads, having a beautiful woman in the car with you. I think GM nailed it on that aspect. Now, as far as technology, this car is light years beyond technology as opposed to my Mustang or the Viper. It has like track settings, sport settings. It has all these different modes that you can use that you're really not going to care about. The only thing you're going to care about is sport and track mode. Now, I don't know much about all the differences and the features of this car, but I do know track mode, the exhaust is a little bit louder, the throttle is more crisp, and handling wise it's more planted. This does have magnetic ride suspension, so I'm sure track mode firms it up a little bit more as opposed to sport. But you know, going around the bends, this car is planted. Like, honestly, I was a huge fan of that Viper, and I'm still a big fan of that Viper, but price point wise, I think it's hard to beat, with Corvettes being synonymous with, you know, geriatric men. Like, you know, you don't get a Corvette until you're like in your 50s or 60s or something like that. You have your New Balances, your Corvette hat, your Corvette jacket, with your Corvette golf clubs. But I think the C7, I think this is a great value for, you know, you got your first, you're establishing your career, and you want to treat yourself to a toy. I think this is, you know, a pretty nice upgrade. Like, you're already going to have your Mustang because, you know, you're on the SN95 Power Channel. But, you know, if you want that second toy, something different than your Mustang, I think a C7 Corvette is, you know, a good value. And like I say, I'm not gonna ever put an LS motor or an LT motor or any of that stuff in my Mustang, but I do appreciate performance vehicles, and this is a very good performance vehicle. Like, I actually don't want to give this back to Greg. Now, if I have to rank the Viper, Corvette, and my Mustang from 1 to 3, I would put the Viper number 1 just because of the sheer power that it has. The Corvette would be a solid 2 because it's an all-around machine. It has just enough power to please you. It has all the amenities that you would need, and it's a comfortable ride, and it's a good compromise between everything. Like my Turbo Mustang is purpose built, and so it's really unfair throwing it in that category, but that's what I have to compare it to. So, hey, tell me what you think. If you're a Corvette owner, tell me how you feel compared to your Mustang. I mean, it's a real bad comparison. So, but just tell me how you feel about your Corvette, if you have a Corvette, or if you even own a Corvette. What are your opinions about Corvette? What's your favorite generation Corvette? Like, I think the C7. I'm not a big fan of the looks of the C8 yet. but you know, I think GM knocked out the park with the C7. So leave a comment below. Tell us what you think. You heard him talk about. She's speaking for all women out here, like she's a spokesperson for women. So
and opinions on Corvette.
Opinions on Corvette. So if you hop out of a Vette, then women are going to think you're like 55 and older with your AARP card or something like that.
But it's fun. You would definitely enjoy the ride. Smooth like butter.
Smooth like butter.
I'm having a good time nonetheless.
Yeah. So hey, I appreciate y'all checking out this video. Continue to tell a couple people about the time. We appreciate your time and God bless.